All right, everybody. Hello. Good morning. You might have seen my video of the 2019 car rally, but this year it's 2022. I'll be driving this time in the 911, and I'm very excited. So now we have a driver's meeting, and then, all right, yeah, got our wristbands, and we're gonna head out pretty soon. Alright, so that very long driver's meeting is finally over, and we're all going to be getting in our cars. Just like last year, we're going to get police escorted, and let's get going. Alright, so we got a little bit of a straightaway. And what's really cool about this is that actually we're getting police escorted. So if you look over there, all of the fucking street, all of the street is getting. All right, so let's get going. All right, now it's wet, so like look at the traffic all over there. You see that? That's for us. I mean, like, come on, how cool is that? This thing sounds absolutely amazing. And we have to be in a single line, so I gotta stay behind this 720S over here, which is an absolutely beautiful color. So we're in a traffic jam because the thing goes to one lane, but then after that, you can open this thing up a little bit, which will be a lot of fun. Now I'm actually gonna keep the windows closed because I find the induction noise on this thing to sound better. And what's interesting is if you put in sport mode, like changes the induction sound. So this is regular mode, and then sport, comfort. There's really nothing like the sound of a 911's flat six. Sounds so good. Such a shame that Porsche put a 4-cylinder in the Boxster. Thankfully they put the 6 in it as an option, but I mean, this thing sounds so good. And I just love how like the entire highway has like traffic and now we're actually moving. because they blocked it off. I mean, like, that just feels exclusive as fuck. And also, we're about to go near Fort Lauderdale International Airport, which is interesting because we're going to Ferrari Fort Lauderdale and then Fort Lauderdale Airport. Oh my God, this thing sounds good. Thing to do when you're going highway speeds, 65 miles an hour around a corner and then change lanes, but that is a beautiful car. That sounds good. It's a really nice sound. It's a nice 6-cylinder noise. I'd love to drive an Aurora one day. I always had a soft spot for them. You don't really see them too often. You don't see Lotus cars in general. What would a plural for Lotus be? Lodi? Would it be Lodi? Do you think it would be?
Yeah, Lodi.
Lodi? Like Lexi. I have all these Lexi cars. I think usually people will say all these Lotus cars. I think that makes the most sense. And I also have a soft spot for the Gran Turismo. Now, the red badges, not my favorite, but I think they are just they have one of the best sounding engines. The V8 is such a soulful sound. And, you know, people hate on the car and stuff. You know, it's old and it's not a good transmission, I've heard, but the sound it makes, a lot better than the Turbo S, which sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Like, here, I'm gonna try to do it through the tunnel a little bit, and you can't hear anything. Didn't hear anything. You don't see those that much either, the NSX. All right, so just like last time, we parked on the street, which is Federal Highway, and we are gonna walk to Fort Lauderdale. It's quite the distance, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it in time to go there for very long. But the selection of cars is quite good, and I parked next to this beautiful Vantage Roadster. And you guys, well, I got it on video in like portrait style, but this thing sounds absolutely amazing. Naturally aspirated V8, and obviously the gull-wing doors are so cool. And yeah, there's some cool stuff. I think that's the MC. Is that the MC20? Is that what it's called? I forget what it's. I think it's the MC20. I actually didn't even. I completely forgot it had like those types of doors because I thought it was similar to the 2.8 GT. I don't know. I don't know my cars anymore. Oh well. But this 997 GT3S is really cool because you do not see these very often. And look at that interior. It's got like the red accent inside the seat. Oh man, look at the Alcantara inside. Wow, beautiful. We got a bunch of cars up here as well, and towards the front is where you'll see all of the hypercars. There was a Chiron, a Senna, a Veyron, and I think two Wyra BCs. No, one Wyra and then a Wyra BC. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. This is beautiful. This GTS, clean, and it's a manual too. Ooh, this man has taste. It's kind of like the evolution of the car I'm driving. And DB11, 992 Turbo, NSX, see Spider. All right, so we're inside of Ferrari Fort Lauderdale, and they got some pretty cool stuff. Like what's behind me. This is a Bugatti Chiron. There's also one joining us on the rally, but this one's in the showroom. This is a beautiful spec, black and white with black and white interior. Yeah, absolutely stunning. And it's all paint, no like exposed carbon. except for this, which is just usually always carbon fiber. Wow. When this came out, I remember the back was quite controversial, but now I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then we have, I think this is a 300 SL Roadster. I'll take this present. Thanks, Ferrari Fort Lauderdale, for the beautiful gifts. Oh, and it's a 190 SL. Classic car people are going to hate me for saying that. DBS, I think. Yeah. RS6. Wow, that's a beautiful spec. Oh, GT Black. Wow. This spec is insanely cool. And then we got a 488 Pista. This one is really nice. There's all the cars in here are really nicely spec'd. GT2 RS, an older 911. Oh, look at that STO outside. The STO, if you saw my last video, has a soft spot on my heart because that was the first supercar I've ever driven. I rented one when I was in Italy, but this one is a way nicer spec than the one I drove. And we just got some Maseratis. That is a beautiful color. The MC20, absolutely stunning. So I actually got permission to sit in this MC20. I like it. I mean, it's not like, you know, the fanciest looking interior. The paddle shifters are amazing. They are mounted, column mounted instead of on the steering wheel. I prefer them on the steering wheel, but I mean, like, that's more personal preference. Got the drive mode selecting here, beautiful carbon fiber. Some pretty nice seats, and the doors go up like this, and you close them. Nice sound. Oh, it's a button to open it up. Interesting. That's pretty cool. MC20. And you can see the carbon fiber here, this forged carbon. It's absolutely beautiful. And then over here, we got another MC20 in yellow, a little bit more of a bold spec. I think I like this one a little bit more. Oh, and then we got another Mercedes over here. By the way, this is an absolutely beautiful showroom. It's like brand new, modern 170S. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Every single, like, classic here is mint. And we got more. So we got an Alfa Romeo. Oh, this is Ferrari Fort Lauderdale, I see. And then we got the Paganis over there. Alfa Romeo. Yeah. We got the Roma. SF90. Oh, okay. I forget what this thing is called, but these things are quite rare. I think it's the Monza SP2. The SP1 doesn't have a passenger seat. It's got the red seats right here. These things are pretty cool. Yeah. I think the wheels could be a little bit more adventurous, but that's just my opinion. Beautiful color on this SF90. Then over here we have an 812 GTS. I think this is Rosso Fuoco because it's got like a metallic red to it. Similar to like my Mazda, but obviously way nicer. And this has a very rare option, the Scuderia shields. They're actually painted instead of a badge. Like on this one, for example, they're also slightly larger. And it's a very expensive option, but I really like it. And then 400, I've never even heard of this one before, but cool. And we got some Ferrari race cars. It's a shame that Hublot sponsors them because I absolutely hate Hublot watches. You blow your money away. But that's a whole different story. I think this is a Super America. Yeah. And then 430 Spider. Got some pretty cool stuff. Not too shabby. So we're just gonna chill here for a little bit, and then I have to walk almost half a mile to go back to my car. All right, so this is the front of the line. We have the Viper ACR, a 296 GTB, which I actually prefer this to the SF90. I think it's better looking, and I think it sounds better actually. Really cool stuff. I'm not crazy about this like edition where they do this to the front, but cool. Bugatti Veyron. Absolutely cool. I do like the Veyron how it looks. Some people don't, but I just think it looks cool. Then we got this, I don't remember what the hell this thing is called, but it's like a new Lotus. I'm not sure, is this the electric? I don't know. Someone tell me in the comments, like, I don't even remember what this thing's called. Another MC20. And we got a Senna over here. Rolls Royce Dawn. Pretty cool. Never thought the Senna was a very good looking car, but it's a really cool car nonetheless. Pagani Huayra. This one is always at Prestige Imports, so it's pretty cool. And then we got another one over here. Pagani Huayra BC this time. So a P-step. I think this is the Peloti edition. Could be mistaken though. Very, the wheels are quite unique. They're also very similar to this STO. This one I think would look so cool, like in the Middle East backdrop with all the sand and stuff. And then over here we have a Bugatti Chiron, number 2. This one's all white with HRE wheels on it, blue brake calipers, and it has white interior with blue stitching. Look how beautiful that is. And then we got a Urus, another Urus. And then we have 2 Aston Martin DBX. This one is the 707 edition. 707 horsepower. Absolutely insane. And then we have an Aventador L'Ultime, I think it's called. 4 GT. And we got a 911 Turbo S. STO number 1. And then this one I was talking about when I was inside. This is an absolutely beautiful spec. I always love yellow on cars. And I think it looks absolutely stunning. And look at the roof scoop. That's so cool. Yeah. I absolutely love this thing. So now I'm back inside the showroom, and I completely did not realize this was a Pista Spider. So that's pretty cool. And then we have an M5 CS, and I think this is one of the most beautiful modern BMWs to ever come out. Especially with the new M3, which I think is absolutely hideous, especially, well, the front. This thing is just beautiful. The gold and the green look so cool. And the bucket seats in the back, that's so sick. And a lot of people are saying, especially the car reviewers, that this is a completely different car to the normal M5. And I think the facelift looks really good too. So we are about to leave. However, I just had to show you guys this right here. This is an 812 Competizione. So please excuse my Italian. That thing is beautiful. But we gotta get going. So I will see you all when we're back in the car. Just miles and miles and miles. Get all the cars start up. Do you like Ferrari? Because if you do, you'll like this. Oh man, the 458 Spider. Very cool red on the 488. It's a color that you don't see very often. It's got a nice tan interior. 812 GTS, California, F12. It's another Speciale Aperta. Navy blue. F8, 488 with the black roof. That looks really cool. 812. Should I act like Shmi on this rally? Oh my god, you guys, the cars are absolutely amazing. Just cars and cars for miles. Absolutely fantastic. That's Shmi for you. Shmi, if you're watching this, I love your channel, by the way. I just love making fun of people. And well, Shmi like does rallies all the time. Wow. It's got an exhaust, all right. Little rev. All right, I really need to get going because we did a U-turn. All the cars are already moving. Of course, I'm always in the back. Got another SV. Huracan Evo rear-wheel drive. Viper ACR. Got the scissor doors, the Countach, and the Aventador S. So cool. That's also got an aftermarket exhaust. 812. It's got the bucket seat option. That's pro. Aventador revving. Aventador SV coupe. Liberty Walk Aventador, an MG GT500, 718 Spider. That is a beautiful spec. I think this is also an El Ultime, however the fuck you pronounce it. All right, got some space here. So weird doing this past the cop. Oh, that's third, not fifth. Ah. I'm like shifted to the wrong gear. Oh man, this is awesome. And we're behind a beautiful Miami Blue 991.2 GT3. Oh, and that induction noise sounds so good. Woo! Hauling ass here. Look at all those people. Sixth. I also always thought that the Aston Martin Rapide, which is right over there, was such a beautiful car when it came out. Some people really didn't like it, but it was, to me, like the real true four-door coupe, because it really does look like a coupe, but just slightly longer. But because of that, the headroom's terrible in the back. It's like the comfy, it's like the most luxurious, claustrophobic experience I've ever had. Oh, there's Benji in the Corvette. If you remember him from the last car rally video, he was driving the black C63. Considering that thing is stock, sounds pretty good. It's like the LT3, I think. It's a nice red too. Oh my god, dude, you see that Huracan? It's got like something hanging from the bottom of it. So now where we're headed to is a hangar in the Fort Lauderdale International Airport. Should be pretty fun. It's funny because my last YouTube video, the beginning of it was at Fort Lauderdale International Airport. K8 Pam. And we can haul ass here, which will be fun. Yo, there's cops. Bro, they're all getting police escorted. Yeah, because of the radar detector going off. Look, this is the only time that you can speed past a cop legally. Alright, well, let's give the engine a little rev to these people, even though this thing sounds like a vacuum cleaner. They're probably like, yeah, that guy in that Porsche thinks he's hot shit when the GT3 in front of him sounds better and is way more expensive. Alright, so we're at the airplane hangar now, which is pretty cool. We got some cool private jets over here. You know, that's my plane over there, you know, like had to show it off, you know. I'm thinking about getting a private Airbus A380 though someday, so you know, that's kind of like cheap stuff to me. But over here we got some really cool cars over here. And what was actually really cool is one of the people on this rally is the guy who started the ticket clinic, which is where they hire lawyers and everything. Oh, yeah. United A320. It's pretty cool. Let's park behind this GT3 over here. All right, we got another plane taking off. This time a United 757 in their new livery. So we go from car spotting to plane spotting. This airport doesn't actually have like any particularly like cool stuff like A380s or wide bodies. But it's a pretty cool, and I think that's 737-700 right there. Avelo. Never pronounced that, but look at all the cars here. I mean, this is like absolute heaven. We got like, it's like Skittles, you know, you got like whites, reds, yellows, blues, orange, just really cool stuff. And I'm so thankful that I have the opportunity to do stuff like this. It's just so cool. And also knowing that we're giving back just for Toys for Tots is amazing. Each car, if I already did not mention, has to donate $100 worth of toys, and there's 350 cars here, so that's $35,000 worth of toys raised. Now, it doesn't look like I got a lot of toys, but I spent like $140 on them, so, but it doesn't look like much, but it was still cool, because like I got some cool Legos and stuff. Oh, it's warm in here, probably from all the heat. Got some cool stuff though, and yeah. All right, so we made our way inside of the hangar, and well, this is here. A Zonda Revolution, or however, I don't know how you pronounce it. There's 5 in the world. Fully exposed carbon fiber. I love the Italian flag details right there. And after seeing a Zonda R in Italy, this is just even more crazy. Absolutely stunning. And we can't take away from the exposed carbon fiber Ford GT. But like the difference is, if you look here, the carbon fiber wheeze doesn't align. But here, it's perfectly aligned. And that's just Pagani's extremely high attention to detail. And look at the roof scoop on that. Got this beautiful thing going into the wing in the back. And my personal favorite angle is the rear. I mean, just look at the exhaust system on that. That is just crazy. That is so cool. I'm like geeking out over this thing. It's absolutely, oh my God. And what I always loved about this was they had these things on the side. I just thought these looked so cool. Wow. I'm kind of speechless looking at this thing, and it's quite long. I just think this is absolutely stunning. And we got a Chiron, some Pagani Huayra BCs, Bugatti Veyron. I showed you those all earlier. We got a bunch of other cool stuff in here as well. So I think this is a Boeing 737-700. It's have tons of access. Look how massive. It looks tiny from like an airport, but this thing's pretty big. Here's my head for comparison. Oh, they have the numbers on there. 24 blades. Look at this. This is so cool. There's the landing gear. Dunlop tires. Look at all the wiring in there. All right, so the event is now finished, and all the cars are actually going to be heading out. So this is an end to this event, but we're not done for today. Still going to be doing some other things. I'm not sure if I'm going to film all of it, but I guess you'll find out after this. We'll probably do some driving. But let's get back into the Porsche, and head on out of here. Hello everyone from Miami International Airport. Didn't really do much else except for we've been watching some planes take off. Now, I'm not really gonna have too many videos of them, but I got one really good video of an Emirates 777-300ER. And then there's actually an American Airlines 777 as well, so that's pretty cool. But I don't think I'm gonna insert the video here just because like it's hard to zoom in on this camera. I don't have like a professional camera, you know? So I'm actually going to end off today's vlog at Miami Airport. So I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.